Hey guys, this is Dan with Gears and Gadgets. Thanks for tuning in, back with another video a day till this channel hits 100K. Today is video 100. I can't believe that I've done 100 videos in a row. If you could hit that like button, share, subscribe, this is pretty special. Again, I never in a million years would have imagined I'd be able to keep up that kind of workload. Very much appreciate all of the support. It's been awesome. Today, we are going to check and see, is my 2024 GMC Sierra burning oil? This is kind of a common complaint. This truck now has over 11,000 miles, and I'm going to tell you guys that I haven't even looked at the dipstick in 5,488 miles. So you are going to see in real time with me if this is a problem. I also, last time I did an oil change, I filled it up and actually overfilled it. These trucks come from the factory with about an extra quart of oil in them, and they do that because they are known to burn oil. So they don't tell you to do that, but I figured if it was shipped from the factory that way, it couldn't hurt to do it again. So I did. Let's see, is this thing burning oil? Let's get our dipstick cam ready here. Now the truck is hot. I just went and bought all of the oil filters, actually a new fuel filter. This should be a good reading. And yes, we are burning oil. Definitely burned a little bit, probably, it probably burned, I would say that's probably a good quart that it burned over the course of 54, almost 5,500 miles. So yes, these motors are burning a little bit of oil. This truck does have 11,713 miles on the odometer. We've got 53% on the fuel filter. I probably won't do that today. I'll do that in another video. Air filter, 75%. The front brakes, 89%, rear, 88%. Oil life down to 28%. Again, I'm changing this around 5,500 miles today. Let's drain out our oil. Now, last time I made a giant mess doing this. Oh no. Just need it to be a little bit higher. Oh, actually, that wasn't too bad. Still a huge mess, but straight out oil sample. Making a huge mess. I do have gloves. I did manage to grab an oil sample, so I am going to send this out to Blackstone and get some results, see what that oil is looking like at 11,000 miles. I meant to do it when I first did my first oil change at like 600 miles, and I just kind of screwed the pooch, forgot to grab the vial before the whole thing drained out. Now, the reason why I like to do it this way is I put it up on ramps because these oil pans are actually designed kind of dumb in my opinion, and also in the aftermarket's opinion. There's been entire aftermarket oil pans designed for this problem. GM actually puts the oil plug kind of high up on the pan, so if you drain it with the truck just sitting level on the ground, you actually end up having a bunch of oil still left in that pan. So by picking up the vehicle in the front, I'm actually taking that plug and kind of dropping it down so that that plug is now the lowest part of the oil pan, therefore draining out all of the oil. So that's why I do it this way. Now we'll grab our oil filter. Let's open our oil filter and see if there's anything shiny stuff. Nothing in there at all. Man, these filters don't come apart very easy. I'm running this for the rest of forever. Purator Boss from here on out. Man, oh man, I can't even pull these pleats apart. A couple little sparkles in there. So I didn't find anything all that concerning in the oil filter, but I will say what I found is that this Purator Boss oil filter is built like an absolute tank. It is part number PBL 11424. It will be the only oil filter I run from this point forward. We'll see when I pull off the K&N that's on there. In the next oil change, I'll pull that apart and see how much different they really are. But I'll tell you, this Purator, like I said, built like an absolute tank. I am running a K&N HP 1021. filter is snug. Let's get our drain plug reinstalled in here. And if you guys are looking at this wondering, what is up with this skid plate? This is a Talon's Garage skid plate, which I've been working with these guys for a while. I don't have any affiliate links or anything, just kind of mom and pop kind of operation that I very much love. And their skid plates are super awesome. They also are a great deterrent for catalytic converter theft. Now I know you're not supposed to tighten down an oil filter with a socket, but I have for many, many years. If you don't know what you're doing, don't do it. I just like to have a little more snug. It's probably been well over 20 years since I had to take a screwdriver to an oil filter. It's just easier to me to get that extra little quarter turn than having greased up hands trying to do it. No oil in on the pan or on the top side. Just a very clean drain there. This all buttoned up, and then we're done on the bottom side. Now we'll go ahead, since I already started the filter, prepped it by pouring a little in. We'll finish this quart off. And I do love this Mobil 1 diesel synthetic oil because it's green, it's different. Should be taking 7 quarts total, so this should be 6. I'll be doing my red Motul oil change on my motorcycle soon. It's always interesting to pour in red motor oil. So once I get the 6 quarts in, I'll start it up, pull it off, top off that last quart. Probably go a little bit over full with it this time since it is still burning just a little bit. Pull it off the ramp so I can get a good clean read on the fill. So now I can undo my Cletus McFarland / apparently Diesel Brothers, or Dave Sparks is part owner in this company too, Ziploc ties. I've really grown to love these things a lot. They come in so handy. Temporary, reusable zip ties. And there we go. So this is probably how I'm going to fill the oil on my truck for the rest of forever until it stops burning oil, which is basically just at this top line here. I do believe that these diesels do take quite a while for rings to seat, all that stuff. I'm new to the diesel world, but I would imagine that burning oil for the first 10,000, we're at 11 and change right now, is nothing to be too worried about based on everything I've seen with these things. I would say this motor is probably still just at the point of being broken in, if not even there yet. So we'll kind of give this some time. I'll be interested to see how this thing holds up over time, see if that gets any worse. But honestly, I'm not too concerned about it. This thing has been running like a rock star, knock on rubber gaskets, that I don't have any other issues or any issues at all, because so far I have not. But all in, these plugs and filters are just so easy to access. And I think that a part of me is just like looking at the nastiness of diesel oil and adding that into like the complexity equation, saying like, oh, it's just so much nastier. It is, but I don't know, it's just black. And that's part of running with a diesel, is having black oil, and I got to get used to that. So I end up having a much bigger mess on the floor than I ever have with any other vehicles that I've done this on. And I think a lot of that has to do with the 0W20, which is basically just pisses out on the floor and creates kind of a pretty significant mess. So that's a little maintenance here on the GMC Sierra. I was really interested to see and share with you guys how much oil burn I'm seeing on this truck. And I did a little bit of careless driving for the last 5,500 miles where I didn't even check to see how it was holding up, because I just honestly kind of slipped my mind. Not like me to not check my oil for 5,500 miles. But you know, looking at this, it's like I'm looking at the floor right now. There's a lot of stuff to clean up, and it's like all black oil, stuff that I'm not used to. And for some reason, this truck, I don't know if it's because it's higher up. Granted, my F-150 was even taller. I never had that much issues with the oil getting all over the floor. It seems like when it hits the pan, it just goes everywhere. I tried to get it closer today up, and it was actually much better than my last go around at this. But new trucks, new problems. You gotta kind of figure out your systems as you go, and it's all kind of part of the fun, I suppose. But with that said, thank you guys very much for tuning in. If this is your first time tuning in, please hit that subscribe button down below. Remember, likes go a long way to help support the channel. See you guys tomorrow.